Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, it's so good to be with you. Well, welcome to Saturday. It's time for our Spiritualist class and Seance. This is going to be a little short today, guys. We're not going to do a lot on the class. We have been working on Sylvia Browne's book, Mystical Traveler, but I'm going to save that for next week because I'm really in a bit of a time crunch today. I've been doing a lot of readings and I've got more this afternoon. So my free time's a little crunched today, but I did want to come here at least and have a little time with you. I wanted to share a thought here from the Spiritualist Manual, and this is the official handbook of the Spiritualist Church from the National Spiritualist Association. And some of you have asked me about trance channeling. That's the type of channeling I do when I go into a trance state and spirits speak through me. And they have a wonderful little passage in here about trance channeling and trance mediumship. So I thought I would read this to you, okay? And it's called Trance Mediumship Not Harmful. Now, I'm reading this passage because a lot of people, no, not a lot, a few people have written to me and said, Psychic Bob, I don't think you should trance channel. It looks dangerous. What if you get possessed? You know, as I always say, I work with the highest and the best spirits. And channeling is different than possession, because in possession, that's when a spirit forcibly takes control of you. But channeling is where I choose to enter into a partnership with advanced beings who then I allow to use me as a channel to communicate through. I want to read this to you because it talks about people who do trance channeling or trance mediumship, as it's also called. And it says, trance mediumship not hurtful. There is no uniformity or personality among trance mediums. They come from among all conditions and grades of social and intellectual life. Many people have erroneously supposed that trance mediumship causes a loss of individuality or that it is followed by detrimental results to the mentality. But, as a matter of fact, the best trance, as well as inspirational speakers and mediums, are also the best unfolded otherwise, for these reasons. First, the intelligences, that means the spirit world people, acting upon them are most invariably of a superior character, and therefore must mold the organism by constant use for the expression of higher forms of thought. So I just want to pause there. See, so basically what they're saying is that if you're channeling spirits and you're working with the highest, you're getting superior intelligences to come through you. And I can tell you as a psychic and as a medium, I feel always uplifted and exalted by that connection with the spirit world. And for those of you who have been to my seances and heard the messages, I think you'd agree that the spirits that come through me seem to be very evolved and very, very high-minded. Second, the relation of the medium to the manifesting intelligence is that of a pupil and teacher, sometimes that of a child to a wise and loving parent, and sometimes both of these relations combined with the subtle and ennobling spirituality. Isn't that true? I really feel like when I, for example, I channel Alfred and he comes through and I hear the recordings, I said, this guy is so wise. Wow, how uplifted. See, I get uplifted by the channelings. So, what's coming through is not coming from me. It's coming from a higher place, a higher personage. And that's what this is confirming here. Third, there is always a mutual spiritual relation, even though the medium is not humanly conscious of it. And no one can be a medium for the perfect expression of spirit messages or discourses who does not consent to the procedure and cooperate with the manifesting spirit. So again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier, that some people have written and said, you look like you're getting possessed. And I said, no, it's not possession. It's an agreement, an arrangement. So this is just confirming that there is a relation that is unified, that's mutually beneficial, and that works in harmony with each other. So it's no possession, it's an agreement. Fourth, as the master musician improves the instrument he plays upon, so also a spirit controlling a human organism for the purpose of expressing wholesome thought imparts a greater power, both to the brain and the spirit of the medium. And again, it just basically says that spirit refines the person that allows spirit to work through. So I do honestly feel that as a medium, when I channel, that power I'm connected to is enriching my life, and I think I'm better for it. So nothing scary here, okay? Anyways, I'm going to keep this lesson short because I want to do a little bit of channeling for you. As I said, I'm on a tight schedule today, but you might want to see if you can locate this. Contact the NSAC for a Spiritualist manual. You can buy them from them. I'll have the link below to the national headquarters, but definitely check it out. It's worth your time. For those of you who want to learn about spiritualism and explore it, you got to have it. All right, well, I'm going to settle down and go into trance now. So I want you guys just to pull up your chairs here. We're going to have a little seance. So I'm going to take down the lights, and I'll see you when I get back. Let us now open the door between the worlds. Spirit people, we welcome you. We thank you for this day and ask that the best of communications will come through. So mote it be. I'll see you when I get back from trance. Oh, greetings. This is Fletcher here. Give us just a moment while we get control of the medium's body. Oh, there we go. It takes us a little while to get into the vibration because we got to be careful that we don't have too much energy, and then we'll overtax his nervous system. Oh, and it can do damage. For all of you who are seeking to communicate with our world, know that we'll take it a little slow sometimes because we got to make sure the vibration's just right. And it looks like his vibration is stabilized. So we're going to let some other people come through. This is Fletcher, over and out. Yes, Fletcher, I've made contact with the medium's vibration. Greetings to all of you. My name is Alfred. I come to you today to remind each of you that you yourselves are spirit beings. You inhabit for a short while a material body in a material world. The fact is there are two worlds, that is the material world and that is the spiritual world. The worlds are not far apart, but they overlap. One spirit is close to another. The worlds that you live in and the world that I live in, though they seem very different, are actually very similar. There is a saying in your earthly life, and it is in your churches, at least your spiritualist churches, and it says, that which is above is like that which is below, and that which is below is like that which is above. This statement we find to be true, but it means that everything that exists in your material world is reflected here in the spiritual world. The worlds are not so different. How they are different, though, is in the degree of light. Our world, here everything is luminous, self-luminous. It is the very presence of the Spirit. It is the presence of infinite intelligence that enlightens and enlivens all life here. In the spirit world there is no death, there is no decay, there is no dying. All things live here. The plants are alive, the trees are alive, the rocks even are alive, the blades of grass each have their own mind. All things in the universe respond to infinite intelligence and in turn are blessed with their own consciousness. There is an earthly saying, cogito ergo sum, I think therefore I am. We find this to be true. Each of you are given your own mind, your own special personality. Infinite intelligence does not sit in judgment of you, waiting for you to make an error so that it can punish you mercilessly and send you into the regions of darkness. When you find the regions of darkness in the spirit world, you discover that they are of your own creations. If you choose to have a mind that is limited, that is ignorant, that chooses the path of violence and desecration, then you will attain that life in the spirit world. As above, so below. As below, so above. Know that your life is one of importance. There are some of you here who say that you are not important. They said, God could not possibly care for me. Infinite intelligence has no plan for me. I've been forgotten. Do you know that the very fact that you inhabit a body means that you are a special person? It means you have been entrusted by those of the higher realms to enter into the earth for growth and opportunity. Your very presence allows infinite intelligence to expand its own consciousness. You are vastly more great, more superior than you can imagine. Your mind is that of infinite intelligence, and you have a direct interface. Your mind and the mind of the spirit world are interlinked. And so do not think that your mission has been forgotten. You are vitally important to things over here. Some of you say, but Alfred, I live such a weak and simple life. I have no money, I have no influence, I have no friends, I'm all alone. You may experience temporary sufferings in the earth realm, but it does not absolve you of your duty to love. The greatest challenge in the material world is, one, to forget who you are, and two, to learn to love. These challenges are what keep you on the earth plane. If you remember who you are, you can do your mission with great joy in your heart, and for you will know where you come from, and you will know ultimately where you return to. If you have love in your heart, you will be kind to fellow humans. You will be the very light that opens the minds of those who have forgotten who they are. You may say, but I know no one, and no one would listen to me if I were to speak these words. Do not be so presumptive as to assume that spirit cannot work through you. The spirit will work through you if you open your heart and mind, and your own spirit knows the truth of all things. It is your earthly mind that is limited, for it is materially based. A materially based mind cannot comprehend the things of the spirit world. This materially based mind is allowed for a short while in order that you will fully experience the material world without the distraction of remembering all your past lives and your friends that you miss over here. Some of you have moments where you feel utterly alone and you almost feel homesick, though you don't know what you're homesick for. What you are missing is your family, your friends, your loved ones who exist in the spirit world. Know that your earthly family that you have, many of them who have crossed here are with you, but you have an even vaster family here, a spirit being family, those that knew you before you were even born, and they will greet you when you return home. Each of you remembers the connection. Each of you knows who you are and where you come from, though temporarily you seem to have forgotten it. If you can remember that you are on the earth to experience and to express and to grow the mind of infinite intelligence, then you will understand your work. Some of you have many missions, and that is only one of them. But I can assure you that all of you here, especially those of you here tonight listening to my voice, you are being called to be a light, an example of infinite intelligence, to learn, to experience, to love, to bring love and to be loved. And in so doing, you will impress upon infinite intelligence the reality of its creation. Do not have fear, do not doubt, and do not become despondent. Our world is always with you, but you must seek it, you must ask for us. Let us come to you, let us help you, let us guide you. We are very close, and as my dear friend Rose has always said to me, We are but a whisper away, and this is the truth, and I echo her words. Think about who you are, and remember that each of you, no matter who you are, whether having great stations in life or lowly stations, are infinitely valuable. You are loved by the cosmos, and you are not forgotten to those of us who dwell in the light. Be of good cheer, you are from the light, and to the light you shall return. My name is Alfred. Oh, there we go, my dears. Oh, greetings, Rose. Oh, it's such a blessing to be with all of you. You know, I was listening to Alfred. I was standing here, and I said, oh, I could not wait for my chance to come in and speak to you. But when I listen to him, I'm always learning. And what Alfred said is so very true, my dears. Each of you are here on a mission for the spirit world. Some of you do believe that you have no purpose here. But the very fact, as Alfred has said, and I must say it again, you are in the body for a purpose. You are in the body to experience the material world, to expand in love, and to increase the vibration of infinite intelligence. If only I had known this when I was alive on earth, I think that I should have had a much happier existence. The material world is very blinding to many of us. Myself, when I was on the earth, I became very enamored of glamour, of power, of prestige, all of that. And you know where it took me, my dears. It didn't take me to the light. The things of the earth are simply that, things to be experienced and enjoyed, but not obsessed over. No, do not obsess over material things, for in the end they decay or you leave them. One way or another there is a parting. But if you cultivate love, if you cultivate truth, if you cultivate light, then you shall have beauty within, and your world around you will be more beautiful. Remember that you create the beauty in the world. Yes, it's true that there is a natural beauty to the trees and the plants and the mountains, all of this, and the beaches and the water. But all of that would be nothing without love. If the people of the earth were hateful and violent, would you be impressed by the beauty of a mountain? No, you would be worrying about survival. But if you bring love into the world, then you can have both the beauty of the material world as well as the beauty of the spirit. Please, each of you here tonight are being called by our world. If you've ever doubted and wondered, if you've ever said, what would God do with me? I have no ability to serve. Oh, my dears, do not fall into that error. Know that you are loved by God, and you are loved by all of us here. Let that love move through you. Let that love open you to letting others into your lives. Bring to you those who have no one. I'm sure within each of your neighborhoods there is one person somewhere on your own street, perhaps, who's alone, who has no friends. Maybe a little widow who lives down the street. Or maybe even a younger person who's graduated from university and is on their own, yet knows no one in the town. Look for opportunities to love. Look for opportunities to serve. And in so doing, you will be fulfilling your mission. Oh, and someday when you return home, yes, my dears, the earth is not your home, but for a little while. But you should treasure it and honor it. And when you come back to our world, to the spirit world, you will be full of light and love, and joy will not be limited. Flatness says the medium's power is starting to wane, so we shall not tax him. But we thank you, my dears, for allowing us to come and visit with you, and we do ever so much hope as you will continue to reach out to us. I've heard many of you call me during the week. You've said, Rose, help me. I'm confused about this. I'm lost in that. I don't know which way to turn. My dear, I've come to many of you, as you know. Keep speaking to our world, and we shall answer you back. Know that we bring with us angels and guides, and should you hear another voice besides my own, listen to it, for I bring many times others who want to serve. In the spirit world there are countless beings waiting to serve, and so know that no one will be without a guide. The medium's power is starting to fade, and I feel my own power starting to fade. And so I shall not tax him anymore, but I thank each of you for allowing me to come. Please reach out to your neighbors in love and call upon me for help if I may be of service. My name is Rose. Well, guys, I am so thankful to be with you today. You know, it's like I was reading earlier as we're talking about the Spiritualist Manual. Whenever I channel, whenever I interact with the spirit people, it uplifts me. I feel so blessed and so privileged. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed being here today. And, you know, I hope that you'll be with us each Saturday. As I said, next week we're going to continue with Sylvia Browne's book, Mystical Traveler. So definitely, if you haven't got a copy, check that out. And if you want to work on your spiritual life, pop over to my website at psychicbob.com. I've got wonderful books there. I've got a bunch. I can't find them all, but these are two of the books here on my desk today. Messages from Rose. This is about my work with my spirit guide, Rose. You can get that at my website, or Ouija Mysteries, the spirit board seances. All of these are available over at psychicbob.com. I'll have the links below to get books. And if you want to get on my schedule for a reading, I would love the chance to do a private reading for you. Now, my private readings, just so you know, are a full hour. It's you and me one-on-one. We cover everything, past, present, future, spirit guides, messages from deceased loved ones, so much more. But I hope that you'll visit my website and explore that. You know, and if you want to get on my schedule, give me a call, 703-825-3929. I'd love that to hear from you. And you know, we got the holiday coming up this next week at Thanksgiving. But Psychic Bob will be doing readings during that week, so do call me. We'll get you on, okay? I'm already getting full, but we've got some spots, so we'll find a way to get you in. You guys are best. Listen, thanks for being here. I love you. I send my blessings to you. I have to get ready and do more readings, so I'm going to keep it short. But I'm glad I got to spend some time with you, and I hope wherever you are that you're having a wonderful Saturday. And be back here tomorrow. By the way, we've got the Witching Hour tomorrow night at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it. It's a full hour. We're going to talk about Wicca, all things magical, answer your questions. It's a live broadcast on YouTube. So be here at Spirit Channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific, 1 a.m. London time, 2 a.m. Paris and Germany time. We'll see you guys then. I love you. Be back here tomorrow. Until then, may you always blessed be.